Shalom, shalom. Out here again, another Saturday. To speak unto our people, the street speaking. Wake up your Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, the highways and the byways. Lots been going on this week. I just want to get right into it. First and foremost, I'd like to call praises to Ahwar, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem Kakdash, Barak Ahwar, Barak Yahushai, Barak Ahwar, Barak Yahushai, Barak Ahwar. Barak Yahushai, like all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, double honors to apostles, for the millstone, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Across the planet Earth, pushing this truth in spirit, sincerity, and truth. But yeah, man, a lot's going on. More earthquakes and all that. Now, what's going on over in the Midwest? It's a major blackout that's been going on, Apparently for the past, 10 days, 10, 11 days, they've been without power. People over there are running out of food, running out of resources, can't wash their clothes, can't cook no food, they ain't got no heat. What's important, they ain't got no lights. Watching this is all over TikTok because apparently there's a media blackout on it, a media nationwide blackout on the blackouts. You ain't hearing about it on the mainstream news. You're not hearing about it, they're not talking about it. I don't know why. Maybe because the data centers are taking up all this energy, or whatever the situation is, man. People are without energy out there, without lights. The Lord said he was going to smite this place as like Egypt as before. Well, I'll get that. That's one of the plagues, man. It was complete darkness. I was watching this TikTok video. That's the only time you're going to get any information on the blackouts with TikTok. Usually TikTok is like the last place you'd find any type of real information, real news. But whenever there's a media blackout, people go straight to social media. It ain't being talked about. ABC News, NBC, CNN, Fox, nobody's talking about it. So everybody goes to social media. So that's how you hear about it, And when one person says, another from you hit that algorithm, like 50 different videos, everybody's saying the same thing. It's like, okay, what's going on here? Apparently there's some storms. We're in Gary, Indiana at that. You know what Gary, Indiana, that's a Jake area, it's a black area, man. I think they was hit the hardest. It was all over the Midwest, Indiana. Some are saying that there's a blackout in Phoenix, blackouts all over, all over the country, the Midwest. That's seeing those plagues of Egypt as before, man. These storms, tempests, that's what caused it. And there's gonna be more of that. As these data centers go up, they're trying to figure out ways to power them, and you expect more, rolling blackouts. As this thing, as we get closer to the end, man. Just like in those third world countries, they're pretty used to rolling blackouts. That's all they know. America doesn't know that. Simple things like electricity, they take advantage of in this country. But what are our people doing? They're running the government like, where's Trump? Just like they did with FEMA. Just like they did with Katrina, We're running to Trump. Trump, he ain't even recognize it. He probably knew this was gonna happen. He ain't gonna turn that power back on, man. 11 days without power. People don't know how to do that. All the food in the refrigerator's gone bad. They're trying to figure out a way to preserve their food, buying coolers to keep it cool. Luckily, they ain't in no heat wave like out here on the West Coast. Imagine you sitting in 100-degree weather with no air conditioning, man. And that's it. It could happen out here, man. Everybody's talking about the big one that's coming. San Andreas fault. It's moving. They're saying the big one could happen any moment. If that happens, man, that's 7.9, 8.8, the Richter scale, Southern California, that's gonna be all bad. But hey, we're warned of these things. We're told that time of Jacob's trouble is coming, man. Concentration camps, rioting, looting, man. Famines. Who knows how the Lord's gonna do it, but hey, the Lord said there's gonna be famines in the land. There's gonna be mass riots. There's gonna be race riots. Lack of resources, lack of food, lack of bread. Ultimately, the lack of the word. The martial law troops is out here on these streets. The prophets ain't gonna be out here, man. To understand what the hell's going on, man. To get the name of the Lord, to pray in the name, man. You should be doing that now while the evil days come not. A lot of people aren't doing that. They don't consider. We're stiff-necked, hard-hearted people, man. That's why 2/3 of them gotta go. That's why it's time of Jacob's trouble, man. The prophets have been warning you since early 2000s. And now it seems like we're here, These things must come to pass in order for the kingdom to come. These curses to be lifted up off us. Wait for these things, man. Wait for that day of destruction, that day of doom, man. So that we get up out of here, man. Establish the kingdom of heaven. Yahweh's kingdom on the planet Earth. Yet it's that point. We're repeating, natural disaster hits. Our people, they run to the government. They want Trump to help them. They want FEMA to help them, man. They don't want to pray in the name. They don't want Yahweh to help them. They don't know Yahweh. This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses. Yeah, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, man. That's what our people are doing right now. Wondering where's Trump at? Where's the government at? All these linemen at? These linemen were told not to go in there, man. Fix his power. These companies, power companies, were told not to go in there. Supposedly, I don't know how true it is. Going off of these little TikTok accounts and what people are saying on TikTok, comment section, whatever. But hey, that's the only news we got. It's a big blackout across these major media networks, man. For some reason they don't want to tell you on a nationwide scale. Maybe because they was planning it. Who knows? Maybe it's because of these data centers, They need these large data centers to power their AI, man. That's it takes up a lot of power. And I think Trump put an end to the wind turbines. He put a pause on that wind turbine, so there ain't no power out here, man. Backup, get you a generator or something, man. Going to them to go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not into the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. They ain't seeking the Lord, man. Now's the time to seek the Lord. And they're not seeking the Lord, man. They're not going to put their trust in the Holy One of Israel, man. Who's the Holy One of Israel, man? Yahweh. The only begotten Son, man. First Spirit the Most High ever created. Yahweh, man. They're not seeking the Lord for help. So they don't consider, man. Now we're at that time where we're supposed to seek the Lord. Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. He's near right now. How do you know he's near? You say it every week. Those prophets are out there, man. Pushing this truth, man. Letting you know, giving you warning from the Most High. Warning of what? Of destruction that's coming. Warning that the time of Jacob's trouble, this economy is going to collapse. The economy just hit 40 trillion, man, in debt. Nation debt just hit 40 trillion, man. It's been $1 trillion in what? A year? 2 years? Because of this war? They're trying to push, really smooth this war. It's the Most High's determination to gather these nations. That's why they're doing it ultimately. Those are the claims of a mutiny on that USS Abraham Lincoln. A mutiny. Ironically, a movie came out called Mutiny that deals with them being out there on the seas. The navies, they don't want to be out there fighting this war, man. It's a BS war. But ultimately, it's as these things have to come to pass, man. Iran has to be, invaded. That's part of the scriptures, man. The Persians, Russia's gonna have to be a guard unto the Iranians. That's a prophecy, man. This has to happen. There's a bigger purpose for it. Why? Because missiles have to get launched. These missiles have to destroy this place, in order for our kingdom to rise up. In order for Yahweh's kingdom to rise up, we join heirs with Yahweh in his kingdom, man. That's the kingdom, man. That's part of the comforter that should comfort you, man. You should want these things to come to pass, man. But you got to seek the Lord, boy. Maybe found so that protection, so he can be your fortress, Put your trust in the Lord so he can be your foundation. Our people want America to be the foundation. They want to be a foundation that this place is going to be destroyed. No, man. You want the creator of heaven and earth to be your foundation, man. Your fortress, your rock, in whom you put your trust in, man. Not putting your trust in this government system, man. Because they're gonna turn on you. They're gonna forget you, man. They probably planned that whole blackout. You know, storm is coming. Yeah, you ain't turning that power back on. It's gonna be a long time, man. It'll starve y'all out. Prepare for that on a wide scale, man, across all major cities here in America. Major blackouts, rolling blackouts. It's where you can't eat, you can't cook, you can't stay warm, you can't stay cold. Air conditioner's gonna go out. I'm used to this central AC, man. You said I have no AC. You know? Learn how to build a fire in the winter. The Lord said, pray that your flight be not in the winter time, man. Close to winter. They're predicting a wet and cold winter this year, man. That El Nino, whatever that means, man. They're predicting a very wet winter this year, man. Especially out here on the West Coast, very cold. But yeah, it says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he's near. Yet call upon the Lord while he is near. And he's near right now, man. For the evil days come not. The evil day, you can't see it. More earthquakes, you know. I'm pretty sure if I do a search in my news app, probably some new earthquakes that popped up over this past week. Right now, that big thing is that blackout. That's a bad situation, man. All them single mothers out there, Gary, Indiana, you know, effed off their baby's father. You know, they ain't got no help. You know. You're seeing how that, you know, Isaiah 4:1. that's soon going to come to pass, man. Isaiah 4, I can see that. Especially all these women thought they could do it on their own, independent, strong women out here, man. Okay, what happens when the lights turn out and they don't come back on? Of course, there's some plagues, man. And strange apparitions start popping up. What happens then? You're going to be a strong, independent woman in that day. You're going to continue being a woman. You're strong and independent because you got Esau's military, you got Esau's, you know, law enforcement backing you up. They call it blue leashing. It's a new term now for that. When your girlfriend, your woman, your wife calls the cops on you, tries to keep you in check by calling the police on you, kicking you out the house, going back to the 70s. And you chose the government over your man, right? A lot of these black women are gonna be messed up out here, man. Seeing that in Gary, Indiana right now. All black women up there in the projects, raising kids by themselves, can't even wash the kids' clothes, man. Can't even cook for the kids, don't even have no food. Because the refrigerator's it's been shut down for a whole week. All food up in there is spoiled out. You ain't got no help, but you effed off your baby daddy. First of all, you didn't marry. you didn't marry before you carried. It's popping out kids left and right. That's the culture, man. That's the bullshit. Hey, the Lord's gonna destroy this bullshit ass black culture, man. That's what takes want to uplift all the time, man. Baby mama, baby daddy shit. Multiple baby daddies don't want to let go of that slave culture. The only group of people in the world that does that bullshit, man. They don't see nothing wrong with it. Hair weaves and all that. There's gonna be a culture change, a shift in the culture. Best believe that. That's gonna get right on that day, man. Best believe it, man. Isaiah 4:1's coming, man. You gotta have no choice. You be willing to do it. Be willing. You can't have to share a man. You got a problem sharing a man right now. You ain't gonna have no problem sharing no man in that day. You know, ain't gonna be no blue leash. You're gonna be able to call the cops on your man because he made you angry about something. You know. So seek the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. He's near, and he ain't gonna be near pretty soon, man. There's gonna be a famine of the word, as it's spoken about in the book of Amos. There's gonna be a famine of the word, man. Not of bread, water, but there is gonna be a famine of bread and water too. But hearing the words, you're gonna be able to hear this truth. You're gonna be able to breakdowns. They're gonna be available to you. No power. You ain't gonna have no internet. Power gonna shut down. You don't have no internet to watch no videos. You don't have no power to hear the truth, get these breakdowns, understand, get the name. Wi-Fi is controlled by the power, man. Shoot. If I go find you a hotspot somewhere, shit, all over the place, man, there's gonna be no power. It's like it was in ancient Egypt, man. Well, get that scripture, man. You try to light a fire, you couldn't even see the fire. It says the darkness had life. pitch blackness so strong, you can feel it. Like fire right in front of you, you can't even see that flame. It's so black, dark. It's gonna come back, man. That's that the days is coming back, man. What's gonna smite this place like the place of Egypt as before, right? Call upon the Lord while he's near, man, before that famine of the word hits. There's no excuse, man. These books have been opened before the throne. You know, satellites beaming, internet's beaming this true all over the planet Earth. There's no excuse. So seek the Lord while he may be found. Call you upon him while he's near. Let the wicked forsake his way. That is wicked talking about our people, man. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. Let the wicked forsake the way. The ways of this world, man. Right? Try to be as righteous as you possibly can, man. To the best of your ability. Come back to the Lord, pray in the name, man. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord. And he will have mercy upon him. It's all about that mercy. The Lord's merciful power, man. It's all about that mercy at the end of the day. You can't do this all right, man. You ain't gonna be 100% righteous. You ain't gonna be righteous, man. People say righteousness is that of filthy rags. It's about mercy at the end of the day, man. It's about humbling yourself and coming back to the Lord, man. Righteousness is that of filthy rags, man. You know, these proud dudes walking around like they got it, man. Pride, man. Why is earth and ashes proud? Yeah, it says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, man. Into our power, for he will abundantly pardon, man. He will abundantly pardon, man. Forgive abundantly, in abundance. Abundant, man, you know. That room for mercy is in abundance right now, man. But unfortunately, only a few are going to be saved, man. This world was made for many, but the kingdom made for a few. You know, that abundance is wide open right now, man, for that forgiveness. It's like in the time of Noah. It was eating, drinking, and giving marriage, man, until the doors closed, the rain started coming down. Then they realized, uh-oh, it's time, man. Same thing today, man. When the lights go out and they don't come back on, hey, you know it's time. You know? All hell breaking loose. Concentration camps coming up, man. Martial law, sprung up, you know. Trump don't establish himself the emperor. He ain't ever coming off that throne. You don't know what Trump's gonna do, man. Or whoever Lord raises up in the next few years. We may not even have the next few years. Hell, maybe another 10 years. We don't know. When it goes down, it's gonna go down, man. Prophets are going to be out here telling you until it does come down, until it does go down, man. You know? Abundantly. Mercy upon him for our power. Abundantly pardon. Abundantly forgive you, man. This forgiveness is in abundance. For those that want it. The ones that have that humble and contrite spirit, man. Yeah, for my thoughts are not your thoughts. Neither are your ways my ways, save the Lord. Yeah, your thoughts aren't, my thoughts aren't your thoughts, man. You don't understand why the Most High does certain things he does. You don't understand why, you know. We don't have to have the same thoughts as the Lord, but hey, we know the scriptures tell us he's gonna do what he says he's gonna do. Right? Whereas the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. You gotta trust the process. You gotta put your faith in Yahweh Shai, man. You don't understand certain things I don't understand, man. You know? Hey, you just gotta trust the Lord, man. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and make it bring forth a bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So it's purpose. That rain comes down, you know, it ain't gonna go back up to heaven, you know. The rain comes down. Waters the earth, has that purpose, right? So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. So it's that word's coming out of your mouth, the prophet's mouth, through the prophets. You don't know where it goes, you upload it on the internet. You know, a video you might have uploaded 10 years ago. Someone may get the benefit of it today. You know, that's how the Lord does it, man. Right? So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but accomplish that which I please. The word don't go out void, man. It's a purpose for everything. The Lord has his ways, man. Right? But it shall accomplish that which I please, and shall prosper in the thing whither I sent it. It's gonna do what it, you know, there's a reason for it, man. It's truth. Yeah. But yeah, go back to Isaiah. This is what's going on over there in the Mideast right now. Our people are going to Egypt for help. They're praying, you know, wondering where's Trump at? Where's the government at? Where's FEMA? I think Trump dismantled FEMA. You know? I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, they're going down to the government for help. Instead of going to where they're supposed to be going down to help. You know, that's Yahweh Shai, man. They're not putting their trust in Yahweh Shai, but the prophets, man, the ones that truly believe, they're going to put their trust in Yahweh Shai. As it says in Psalms 91. Yeah, real quick, man. Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So this is the secret place, man. It's truth, understanding. And I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge, my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. So that's the one you're supposed to be, you know, going to help for, man. He is a help in time of trouble. Yahweh Shai, man. Not going down to Egypt, not going to the government for help, man. They're setting up concentration camps and the government wants to ship you up. Where's the scripture at? There we go. Psalms 124:8. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. The name of the Lord who made heaven and earth is Yahweh Shai, man. He's the one who made heaven and earth. That's our help. You know? That's why the scriptures say, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. They're going to go to this governing body in America for help. And things go bad. Woe to them that do that, man. You're going to be deceived out here. They're not gonna help you, man. They're gonna leave you just like they did in Katrina. They left you stranded, you jakes, man. All you jakes out there in Gary, Indiana, sitting up there with no lights on, man. You know? It says our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth, man. What is that, man? Colossians. Colossians 1:15. Who is the image of the invisible God, power, the firstborn of every creature. Who is the image of the invisible power? Yahweh. Who is the image of the invisible power, Most High, the firstborn of every creature. Yahweh Shai, man. First spirit ever created. It's Yahweh Shai. Right? It's the image. He looks just like his father. The Lord said it. You see me, you've seen the Father. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth. So we just read our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. That's who our help is, man. We just read it in Psalms 91. In him do I put my trust. You gotta put your trust in Yahweh Shai, man. At the end of the day. Right? It says, for by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible. Things that you can see and the things that you can't see was created by Yahweh Shai, man. Whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities, or demons or powers, all things were created by him and for him. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. That's great. The Lord, Yahweh Shai is everything, man. So what are you talking about? We're not supposed to worship Yahweh Shai? Nah, man. Let's put your little trust in Yahweh Shai. When all hell breaks loose, that's when you put your trust in. You know, try to run to the government, run to FEMA, run to Trump. Trump ain't nowhere around, man. Indiana right now. Trump ain't nowhere near Gary, Indiana right now. Don't be surprised the whole thing was completely set up. Jake's out here in Gary, Indiana. You know, Michael Jackson's from Gary, Indiana, man. The Jake area. And there's different surrounding areas too, you know. You see the power went out in Phoenix for a little bit. But, hey, prepare for more rolling blackouts, right? Actually, I want to put that in the NLT, man. I like this article too, man. I just want to read that again. The Colossians 1:15. But in the NLT, it says Christ is supreme. Christ, you know, the anointed. That's not the Lord's name. That's a title. Or people want to pray into Christ, you know, push that Christ and all that. Christ is Christ that. That's not the Lord's name, man. That's a title of the Lord. Christ just means anointed. You know, you gotta push the name Yahweh Shai. You can't just pray to Christ. You know, oh, Christ blessed you and all that. Christ this and Christ no, man. He just gave us Yahweh Shai, man. He's the anointed. But it says, verbatim, it says Christ, Yahweh Shai is the visible image of the invisible power. He existed before anything was created and is supreme over all creation. He existed before anything was created. Yeah. When the earth was void and nothing, and the Genesis, before that, Lord was there, man. It's the first spirit created. He existed before anything was created and is supreme over all creation. Supreme over all creation. The Iranians talk about the supreme leader. That ain't no supreme about him, man. Supreme leader is Yahweh Shai, man. He's the supreme creation. We're all creation. He's the supreme over all creation. For through him, the Most High created everything. In the heavenly realms, through him, in the heavenly realms and on earth. He made the things we can see and the things we can't see, such as thrones, kingdoms, rulers, authorities, and in the unseen world. Yeah, so he created all this. He created things that we can't see, man. The spiritual world, man. Demons, and all that. Well, it says, as in Egypt before, man, one of the plagues of Egypt was, the strange apparitions. So people on this side, they want to worship Satan. They want to worship demons. You go out to Hollywood, you got to bow down to Satan and all that. They're into these horror movies, horror stories. All people are into that, tarot cards and all that, spirits and all that. You can see some real spirits out here. You're gonna see some real spirits. And you're really gonna be afraid, man. Like going to these horror movies and all that. Yeah, he made the things we can see and the things we can't see, such as thrones, kingdoms, rulers, and authorities in the unseen world. Authorities in the unseen world. Everything was created through him and for him. He existed before anything else. He existed before anything else, man. He holds all creation together. He holds all this together, man. He can control everything, man. All right. Yeah, that's it. All this, man, that the video the other day, the Lord have become an enemy to us, bro. There's curses that are on us, man. We're so far below on the bottom. That's why Jake catching hell. But hey, it's gonna get worse. But eventually we have to go through these things. We have to go through the time of Jacob's trouble, man. In order to get to the kingdom, get them curses off us, man. Slowly them curses are coming off us. Yeah, I just want to get this article on the power outage, 10-day power outage. I think it's going on 11 days now. This is out of the PBS News Hour, home public PBS. That's the most mainstream news outlet that's covering this. It says an Indiana residents frustrated amid 10-day power outage following storms. And more than 70,000 people in northwestern Indiana are without power more than a week after a series of storms downed trees, knocked out power lines, and flooded neighborhoods. Local officials are scrambling to restore electricity as frustrated residents accuse them of not doing enough. Apparently, I guess there are people scrambling to restore local officials. But hey, they've been out of power 10 days, 11 days. Across the state, 7 people have died. Local officials are scrambling to restore electricity as frustrated residents accuse them of not doing enough. As power crews struggle to get the lights back on in northwest Indiana, residents are waiting in the dark. Waiting in the dark. Yeah, there's this TikTok video of this woman. She was driving around at night. She turned off her headlights just to show you how pitch black it was. And it was pitch black. You couldn't see anything at night. Out there in that rural Indiana, man. In that city, man. You couldn't see anything, man. She was driving around her neighborhood, turned off the headlights of her car. It was pitch black. That pitch black is coming back. In Gary, some 20,000 customers are still without power and air conditioning. Residents like Adriana Harris are posting daily updates, their frustrations on social media. Yeah, they go on that social media. And for the most part, you don't go to social media for the news, but certain situations like this, they don't really cover the news anywhere. You go to social media, it's directly from the people. They're uploading everything, talking about what's happening. Residents like Adriana Harris are posting daily updates and their frustrations on social media. This is a mentally challenging for so many people. Cannot work. People cannot live their everyday lives how they used to live them. Yeah, it's going to be a whole shift in the way you live your life out here, man. This thing really gets going, man. The society really starts to collapse, man. Your lives are done. Your whole culture shift, especially with these women, these proud women that are at ease. They're used to all the comforts of society. They're used to society bending over backwards for them. They used to run into the police, they have their little protection with the police, law enforcement, family courts, all that. Everybody caters to the woman. It's scripture. Scripture say, the woman gonna compass a man. I mean, the woman's gonna, be above men in society, man. That's happening. There's gonna be a whole shift in the culture real soon, man. It's so bad, it's gonna go back to the way it was, man. Only a man of the Lord. Only a man of the Lord is gonna be that protection, man. A hiding place from the wind, man. Yes, Isaiah 13:12. I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. Even a man than the golden wedge of Ahwar, man. Lord said he's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. Who? What man is gonna make more precious than fine gold, man? His men, the prophets, the ones he's dealing with, his elect men. They're gonna be the ones more precious than fine gold. Why? Because they're gonna have that protection. How about Shemi Al-Shai? They're gonna know who the men are. As it says in 2nd Ezra, man. They're gonna know who those men are, man. That's how I make a man more precious than fine gold. More precious. And Scripture say money and silver and the gold ain't gonna be able to deliver them in that day. But the man, you get up under a man of the Lord, he's gonna be able to deliver you, man. Right? He's saved in childbearing. So women, you gotta choose up wisely these last days. Women are gonna be saved in childbearing. Right? Yes, Isaiah 32:2. A man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land, man. man's gonna be that protection, man. He's gonna be that comfort. The men that you despised, the men that you looked down on, the men that you hated, right? The men that you thought weren't good enough. They're gonna be the men that are gonna be that protection, that comfort that you're gonna get in that last days when this whole culture of this land shifts, man. It goes all out when it's, every man for himself out here. 911 is looking for 911, when it gets real crazy. A man is gonna be that hiding place from the wind, man. Let me read that in the NLT. Each one will be like a shelter from the wind, a refuge from the storm, like streams of water in the desert. A stream of cold water when you walking in the desert. That's how the world's gonna be. Nice old cold cup of water, man. A big old cold bottle of Gatorade, man. Back when you used to watch a Gatorade commercial, man, you got a little sweat on the bottle. You got you playing a long ass game of basketball, you drinking that cold Gatorade, man. Hydrated. That's how it's gonna be, man. Fresh one. Yeah, 2 Ezra 16. I'll get back to the article. 2 Ezra 16:70. There shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but shall be still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. They shall waste and take away their goods, cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. They shall be tried as the gold in the fire, man. And then you're gonna know who the Lord's chosen are, man. Because they're gonna, they're gonna be more precious. They're gonna have that protection from Yahushua, man. They'll be protected. And the angels are gonna be there to protect you, man. Like it says in the scripture, man. Where is it? Yeah, Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him. That fear the Lord, man. Yahushua, man. There's the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. Man. You have that angel, man, a guardian angel right there, man, protecting you and giving you that abundance. People say, well, others are mournful. Look at that. My favorite scriptures, man. Yeah, 2 Ezra 2:27. Be not weary when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh. Others shall weep and be sorrowful. Thou shalt be merry and have abundance. Yeah, because the Lord gave you abundant, Lord, man. The Lord that you just read. We're abundantly pardoned, man. That abundantly pardoned, man. That word again, man. Abundance. Right now, that doors are open. To be forgiven of the Lord, man. And most of our people aren't going to take part in that. Not going to take part in that abundance, man. That abundant pardoning, man. That abundant pardon. Abundant forgiveness. Only the elect is going to receive that because they're the only ones that want it. So when others are weeping and sorrowful, that small number, man, that elect number, man, they're going to have that abundance as well, man. It says, be not weary, but when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful. Thou shalt be merry and have abundance, man. So you ain't got a whole lot on this side, man. You're going to have a whole lot in that day, man. When others are weeping and sorrowful, scrounging around, you're going to be merry, More precious than a man of fine gold, man. Wedge of gold or Ophir, more precious. to make a man more precious to find gold, man. The ones that have that abundance and very few. Hey, praise is how much more shy. Got a lecture. So I'm back. Camera overheated. Yeah, so what's going to, it's best to catch that hell now, you know. Scriptures say, come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, you know. Say, you come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. You go through some things, man. So that's why you want to catch this hell now, man. Catch this hell, you know, so that you can be protected and have that abundance, you know, when them evil days come, man. The time of Jacob's trouble, when that day comes, man, you'll have that. But, yeah, man. Should have known better than to stand out there. All right. Yeah, back to the article. Yeah, power is back in PBS NewsHour, going over that power outage out there in Indiana. This power has been out for that region since August 11th with 100 mile an hour winds, man. Lord said he's going to set storm for tempest. You know, he's going to visit this place, right? There's 100 mile an hour winds and storms swept through Indiana near the Illinois border. Initially, some 300,000 customers lost electricity. You know, Gary officials say that they will provide residents with 3 hot meals a day, tarps, and charging stations. Yeah. Mayor of Gary, Indiana, to the families and to the citizens of Gary, we are standing with you. We're praying with you, also providing as much resources and support as possible. Some of the people online are saying, you know. So who knows, man? Lord sent that storms, 100 mile an hour winds, tornadoes. You know, Lord said he's going to visit this place. Tempests and storms, man. Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited with the Lord of hosts, thunder, earthquake, and great noise, a storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And the Lord has been visiting recently. You have earthquakes all throughout the planet Earth, man. That's the Lord visiting. The Lord visiting Gary, Indiana. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, thunder, and great earthquake, and with earthquake and great noise, you know, storm, tempest, and ultimately that nuclear destruction, man. That's the indignation of the Lord, man. Ultimately, the Lord's going to visit you with that destruction, man. That's why it's now we're in the time for you to get right, you know, because the day of the Lord is near. It's near, it hasted greatly, man. Right? The day of the Lord is near on all nations. In that Second Ezra 15. Yeah, 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Yeah, speak your ears. That's the main thing we should be speaking. Come out here to what? To give warning to our people. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It says, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Prophecy, man, what's coming. The Lord said to look after, man. Earthquakes, diverse places, man. Right? Wars, rumors of wars. That's what we're supposed to look out for and tell our people that the Lord's coming, man. The day of the Lord is near. Right? That's what the prophets have always done. It's Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesy both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. Yeah, against great kingdoms, man. America is a great kingdom. That's why it's known as Babylon the Great. What's that prophesy against Mount Seir, modern day Mount Seir, here in America, modern day Edom, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. And reincarnation here in America, Sodom and Egypt, spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. This is America. You're not going to find the word America in the scriptures, but you put two and two together. This is Babylon the Great, right? Mother of harlots, which ought to be destroyed. It said speak out against Mount Seir, man. Also says speak out. That's like great kingdoms of war. That main war that's coming, World War III, man. Russia's going to be a guard unto the Persians and the Iranians. Russia's going to be a guard unto them, man. Eventually, the missiles are going to fly off, man. And blast this place into a desert, right? Of evil. That main evil, man. They want to chip everybody. They want to put that. These are the words of prophecy that we're supposed to be pushing on people, man. Giving people warning. That great evil that's coming, man. You're going to be like a madman sparing none out there. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the ones that fear the Lord. That's that evil that's coming. Ultimately, that great evil. And they want to chip everybody, man. You're not going to be able to buy anything or sell anything, man. This money system is collapsing, man. It's going to collapse. The economists are scared, man. That's scripture say, man. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, man. Keepers of the house, man. Economists, bankers, man. They're trembling, man. It's either the money system is falling, so they have to come up with a solution. Spending $40 trillion in debt right now. Those places are about to collapse. The dollar's about to collapse. So what are they going to do? They're going to bring in that digital system. They got to bring in that digital money. They got to bring in cryptocurrency, digital money. Ultimately chip everybody, man. You can buy anything or sell anything, at least you have that mark, right? It's part of that great evil that's coming. There's also that pestilence that Scripture spoke about. We'll actually go back to Ecclesiastes. It says the grinding shall cease, man. These jobs, everybody's losing their jobs. They're getting laid off left and right. There's no job security anymore. Because that increase in technology, the technocracy, man, taking people's jobs, AI, all that. That's part of the grinding ceasing, man. It's part of not having no jobs out here, man. All these places are boarded up. Robots are coming, man. Terminators are coming, man. Pestilence, man. Shit, E. coli breaking out again. All these different diseases breaking out. Always hearing about some disease. Someone's catching it through the fruit, through the vegetables. Can't even eat fruit and vegetable food. Typhus, measles about break. What else? Cyclospora. Salmonella. That's that. Salmonella, you know? There's different farms out here. Aren't up to code. You got these farmers that aren't really up to code like that. Spreading diseases, health violations, and all that. Typhus. I read something about typhus. Broke out, man. That's why that pestilence is coming, these diseases, you know? Back in Jeremiah, actually Ecclesiastes, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, that's the keepers of the house, man, bankers, economists, people that understand the money system. The strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few jobs, man. Ain't nobody gonna have no job, really. Like them white collar jobs, office jobs, professional jobs, all that. AI is gonna take over all of them, man. Eventually, the blue collar jobs too. You know, eventually. And those that look out, the windows be darkened, man. They ain't gonna find no place, no hope. There ain't gonna be no hope in this place, man. After a while, they ain't gonna see no hope, man. So without the windows, it's all dark, all darkened. They're gonna find no hope in this place, man. Once this thing goes down, you know, this place collapses. Yeah, back in Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence, man. So that's the words of prophecy we're putting in the ears of our people, man. What's going on? We're seeing that, man. The visions are yet for a appointed time. They shall speak, except they shall not lie at the end, man. Prophecies. Give them warning. What be how about me? I was shot, man. And encourage me, hey, come back. Come back to your nationality. Come back to the Lord, man. That's the only hope you have. Isn't Yahweh Shai? He went over it, man. He's supposed to trust in Yahweh Shai, man. The one that created heaven and earth. You trust in the Lord, man. So behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. What is it going to put in your mouth? What to speak and what to say, man. Don't worry about it, man. You know, that's just a spirit. Don't worry, you ain't got no lesson planned or nothing, man. Just come out here and, hey, the spirit is just going to pick up, man. And I'll cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Yeah, these words are going to be faithful and true. You see them. Faithful and true. You gotta be crazy. You gotta be out your mind, man, if you don't believe, man. Or the spirit just blocking you, man. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. That speak against thee. Yeah, the incredulity goes into the unfaithful, man, the ones that don't believe. Don't let their unbelief trouble you. You know, those that speak out against you. You're gonna say in the last days, scoffers. Come in the last days, man. Speak out against you, try to debunk the truth. You know, trying to get you to say that the Lord loves everybody. You know, Gentiles and all that. You know. See different Gentiles in the scriptures. Gentiles, some scriptures refers to the heathen nations, other nations. Some scriptures refers to the Israelites in a Gentile state of mind. Israelite foreigners. You know? People want to take something simple and mangle it up, man. Speaking out against the word. Scoffing. That's part of prophecy. That's what happened, man. That's what the Lord said would happen in these last days, man. For they are all unfaithful, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness, man. So don't worry about what's going to happen, man. Don't let them trouble you, man. You gotta look out for yourself. Look out for your families. You know, if you have children, you gotta look out for your children. Just work for your wife and for your children. Ultimately, they're going to be depending on you for salvation. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what you have to look forward to in this world, man. That's what you have to look forward to. Is sword, famine, death, destruction. You know, call the time for Jacob's trouble for nothing, man. And ultimately that destruction, maybe the missiles, man, that fire, it's going to touch down, man. And now's the time to get right. Just read, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. While the evil day, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, man. That's part of the plagues. It said, behold, saith the Lord. It said, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Sword, death, sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their whole hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching the wickedness which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. The souls of the just complain continually. Therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them. I'll receive them. I'll receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them, man. So the blood crieth out from the Lord, man. Hey. The Lord's going to avenge you, man. The real avenger, Jehovah Shai, man. Behold, my people is led as a flock to slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. My people are led as a flock to the slaughter, man. Sheep to the slaughter, man. So our people are leading to the slaughter. There's going to be a great slaughter in this land, man. Just read it, you know. You got a madman sparing them. Concentration camps will be erected up, man. Just spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, and Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're the ones that have that zeal, man. Fear the Lord. And the ones that fear the Lord, really, you know. Lord said, I'll put you in prison 10 days, be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. Everyone's got to deal with this, man, coming up. I'll bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So the taste of that, they're in Gary, Indiana. The darkness, the plagues as before. And will destroy all the land thereof. So he said, he's going to destroy all the land thereof, man. 10th part of the city fall. It's going to talk about a desert. The place is going to be a giant desert. Before the missiles, the land is as the Garden of Eden. After the missiles, desolate wilderness, man. So he's going to destroy all the land. The place is going to be destroyed by missiles. Thus says the Bible, man. Bible prophecy. Just read, speak out the ears of my people the words of prophecy. That's part of the prophecy that's going to happen, man. That destruction. And Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment the Most High shall bring upon it. Punishment of the Lord, man. Yeah, he's going into that Egypt, man. This is what they experienced. With that, so listen to Solomon 17. Wisdom of Solomon 17:1. For great are thy judgments, and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. But when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, going to ancient Egypt, when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, prisoners of darkness, they're fettered with the bonds of a long night. Yeah, that night, and when the Lord, did his thing, and sent them plagues on them and the Egyptians. The Lord said he's going to send us plagues of Egypt as before, right? Lay there exiled from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under the dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. The Lord said strange apparitions, man, on the Egyptians, man. Strange apparitions are going to come back. Like I was going into before, man. People love horror movies. Love that paranormal activity type stuff. Love Halloween. Especially in America. Since freaking August and already starting to put out Halloween merchandise. Preparing for Halloween already, man. I was doing that back in July. It's mid-August. Preparing for Halloween, man. We love that scary, paranormal stuff. Scary movies, Insidious, Exorcist type movie. Hey, like, you can experience that. The Lord's going to send them demons and strange apparitions. For neither might the corner that held them kept them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them. Sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances, but noises as of waters falling down. So you just heard like great noise. It's read, the Lord's going to send great noise. It's going to visit you with that great noise, man. They heard like waters rushing down. They didn't know where it was at. Like a big waterfall. That's loud, man. Here's the point. Yeah, no power of the fire might give them light. Neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. It's so dark, man. It sent that darkness. Exodus 10:21. Yes, Exodus 10:20. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he would not let the children of Israel go. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in the land of Egypt 3 days. So they were sitting in dark for 3 days, man. Day and night. So hey, he was sitting in darkness you could feel. When you're in the darkness, you can feel that dark. Thick darkness, man. 3 days they were sitting in darkness, man. So up there in Gary, Indiana, when the nightfall, there ain't no lights on, and they felt that darkness out there. You can see it in that TikTok video from that woman. She was driving down the street. The only light was from her car lights, her headlights from her car. She He turned them off just to show you it's pitch black out there, man. But it was so dark, man. We was reading the account here in Wisdom of Solomon, explaining that account that we just read in Exodus. Like, you light a flame in front of your face and you couldn't see the flame. That's how dark. That's how gross darkness that was. That's how thick that darkness was, man. Back in Wisdom of Solomon 17:6. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself. So he was sitting in that darkness, man. And all of a sudden, a fire just lit up in front of him out of nowhere. Imagine how you'd feel if that Lord did that again today. And he might do it, you know. Just sitting in the dark and all of a sudden this light just appeared out of nowhere, man. Fire, flames appeared out of nowhere. Lord say he's gonna choose your delusions, man. The Lord knows how to do it, you know. Created fear. He created that spirit, that spirit of fear, man. The Lord created that. He knows how to get you, man. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful, but being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw would be worse than the sight which they saw not. They thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from the sick soul were sick themselves of fear, sick of fear. Worthy to be laughed at. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing serpents. So they were sitting in that dark, man, all of a sudden you hear a lion, you know, walking by you. Or a snake, you hear a rattle, a snake hissing, or a giant rattler snake, man. You couldn't see it, but you heard it. Like, oh man, where is it? There's just a big lion outside, man, your house. That could happen again today, man. Strange apparition, man. Strange noises. You sit in the dark and all of a sudden you hear this bear outside, or you hear a lion, or you hear something that you've never heard of before, a loud scream, some type of yell, some type of terrible scream that you've never heard before. It's gonna be all bad, man. They died for fear. So scared that they died, man. Having heart attacks, man. However, you're just so damn scared you drop dead. That's what it says in the book of Luke, man. Men's hearts failing them for fear, man. You're just so scared that you just die, man. Have a heart attack. From stress. You know? They died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. For wickedness condemned by their own witness. It's very timorous, and being pressed with conscience, always forecasting grievous things, man. It's always in your head, always afraid, man. Lord said he's going to smite Egypt as before, man. The plagues as before, man. So it's going to be, man. We're seeing a small taste of that. A small taste there in Gary, Indiana. We're back in 2nd Ezra 15 and 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Egypt shall mourn, man. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and for the fearful constellation. Woe unto the world, to them that dwell therein. Woe to the world, destruction of the world, to them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. The more people shall stand up to fight against another, with swords in their hands, man. Hey, that's uproars of the people, man. Seeing uproars of people all over the place, man. The more people shall stand up to fight against another people, man. That's race riots. With swords in their hands, man. Saw a taste of that at the J6ers, man. A great insurrection. They ran up in the Capitol building, man. But yeah, you just see those people fighting against each other in the streets. And they're just getting bolder and bolder, man. With their hatred for you Negroes and Latinos, man. Yeah, not too long ago, what's that? A social media influencer. His name was Jack Lang or something. Lang. He ran up on their BET Awards just to provoke Jake. You know? He has a history of doing that, and he has a large following. So hey, eventually it's just gonna outbreak into this big thing. And you have these race riots all throughout the country. But this time they got swords in their hands. Everybody's got a gun. Everybody's got guns, especially ever since COVID hit. Ever since COVID hit, the world never experienced what they experienced. So I put a lot of fear in people. They all went out and bought guns. I remember.
I don't think I have my phone out. When I'm schooling at like 3 my phone. Yeah, exactly.
I remember that day, man. The lines all the way around the block. A few different gun shops where I live at, man. There was lines all the way down the block. Every one of them. Around that time, man. Everybody was out there buying guns. Everybody's got a gun. Modern day sword. They have swords in their hands, man. There shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard the kings or the princes. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. Sedition among men, invading one another, running up in your house. For that for the famine. The famine of the word is also be a famine of bread and water and resources. They're gonna run up in your house and take what you have now. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And they're gonna cut off the cities. The military roadblocks. Block off these different cities, man. You saw that with COVID. Some places you couldn't go. You know? Let's say there's a big earthquake where there's mass destruction. You know, you ain't gonna be able to go into certain cities. You ain't gonna be able to travel like that. Or because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men are gonna be afraid. And the whole side's gonna send that fear spirit out here, man. Spirit of fear. Just like ancient Egypt, we just read it. Grievances, it's constantly on their mind. Some dropping dead for fear. You know, to this very day, that's going to happen again. Right? Men shall, you know, hearts failing them for fear. Right? So much that mighty men are going to cry there bitterly in that day, man. Zephaniah 1 and 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near. Hasten greatly. The great day of the Lord is near. You know, speaking the words of prophecy. Speaking the words of prophecy in the ears of my people, isn't it? The great day of the Lord is near. It's near. Hasten greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. The mighty men are going to cry there bitterly because of that fear. You know? He says the mighty men, the strong, you know, the strong ones. You go down to verse 2, or chapter 2. Zephaniah 2 and 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all the nation not desired. Especially Judah, especially the tribe of Judah. You know, Negroes. The nation's not desired out here. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you, before it. Seek the Lord before the evil days come not. Right? It's the time now to get right. Seek ye the Lord, all you meek of the earth. Yeah, the meek of the earth, man. The Lord said you can destroy the cities. Why? Because of their pride. Right? So the ones that are meek, the ones that are humble, man. Which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness, that it may be you shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. It may be that you shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, man. Yeah, seek the Lord while he may be found, right? As the men shall be afraid, man. Back in the second Ezra 15 and 19, I'll start wrapping it up. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. That man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Have no pity upon him, man. What's that? A dog-eat-dog world, man. Kill-be-killed world. You know, you got no pity upon you. We'll be looking out for themselves. They better go wax cold in that day. They're looking after themselves, everybody. They have no pity upon you. You go open your house and take what you got. You got something they want, they're just gonna take it. Swords now, you gotta have a sword. That's why it's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. The ones that the Lord is protecting, man. It's gonna be all out hell and chaos out here, man. You really have that protection. That men are gonna be dropping dead of fear. Mighty men will be crying there bitterly, man. Tough guys out here, man. Navy SEALs, Marines, UFC guys, fighters, boxers, gangbangers, all you tough guys out here, man. Y'all gonna be crying bitterly in that day, man. That's why the Lord said, "I'm gonna make a man more precious than fine gold, man." You need that protection, that you know, from the Lord, man. The angels are gonna have to be there to really protect you, man. That's how bad it's gonna be. Yeah, man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. A big lack of bread, no food. Should be a lack of the truth, the word. Scripture say wisdom and knowledge are going to be the stability of thy times. That's the ones that have that understanding, the ones that seek the Lord, those that have the understanding of the truth. You know, they're going to be the ones that's stable. Wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of their times, man. Why? It's going to be lack of bread, great tribulation. It's going to be everywhere out here. Yeah, that's it, man. Remember the day. Remember now the Creator. In the days of thy youth, about the evil days come not. So we're in that time now. We're supposed to remember the Lord, seeking after the Lord, man. About the evil days come not. See it little by little, man. The evil days are coming. Out there in Gary, Indiana, earthquakes all over the place, uproars of the people. Pestilences, man. Every time you turn on the news, there's some new disease that's spreading. Right? Some new disease popping off, man. New evil that's going on, man. What else, man? Something else. We're close. Yeah, old nation got tired. Something else I want to go into. That's the, So put your trust in Yahweh Shem Shad, man. That day comes, man. The Creator of heaven and earth, man. He's the one that's to be your rock, your foundation, Abide in the secret place. Almighty, man. The secret place is this word. This word is true. That's the secret place. He reveals his secrets to servants and prophets. Everything that goes down, man. Put your faith in Yahweh Shai, man. Your trust, That, hey, shalom.